Hi there, how's things? I must admit I did have a bit of a lie-in this morning after quite a heavy day yesterday. It's leaving the house at 3 o'clock in the morning and not getting back in till just gone almost midnight is a little bit a little bit much. So I did have a lie-in, and John did shut the door so Benji couldn't come in and disturb me. So it was really kind of him. But I'm all ready. I'm all awake and ready to go with this. I hope that you saw the quick post I put on about half an hour ago, just to sort of give you a heads up about the 2 tiles. I thought it's quite nice to do something like this now and again, and we'll see how far we get. So I have actually taped the 2 together. I've got a slightly lighter and a darker sort of grey. And there we go. See, a bit of tape, and I've written my name on one, of course. But it just means that you can keep it, you can keep it together. So I'm also going to bring in a tiny tile, and that's just to sort of give me an idea on size for a frame I want to put in there. So, oh, thanks, Pat. Enjoyed it. I think the one with Dawn yesterday was pretty good as well. She was just so nice. It was lovely to have her presenting. It was, it was great. So here we go then. I said a tiny tile. I'm going to bring it in. Now I want it to be sort of not in the middle, because of course we're working on 2 tiles here. Oh, Charlotte, thank you. We'll get them out as quickly as we can for you to be working on next week. And I know some of you have sort of asked about the class next week, because we are doing words or letters next week in the class on Saturday. They won't be the same that we were showing yesterday. It's they're going to be different ones, so don't think if you've brought that, you don't want to come to class and do the same. It's not, it never will be, it's never going to be the same. So hopefully, trust me on that one. I never repeat things like that. So here we go then. Hi Deborah from New York, thank you for watching. Did you manage to catch the USA one as well? It's a little bit crazy that, because it's in a different studio and everything's a lot quieter, and yeah, it was all right. It was very cold in there as well. Okay, here we go then. So I've put my sort of square shape in there. You see, I've got a little bit of shape there, size there, but I've got more this side. And then I'm going to come in, and again, if you want to, you can use your little tiny tile again. See, they've got great uses, haven't they? And I'm just going to do a border within that. There we go. So I'm just going to do that side as well. One there. You see, I've done this in pencil because we're not going to see it all afterwards. Okay. So I'm going to move that to one sort of side now, and I'm going to come straight in with pen. Okay, we'll worry about this a little bit after. So I'm just going to go a little bit larger. And here we go. There you are. So I'm going to start with putting in a little line here. So I'm going to start from this side, and I'm going to go over this one. It's a bit of a curl. And then underneath there, you see? And then back round over, then under. Okay, now you see here I'm sort of heading towards this darker tile. And if I actually draw over it in my black pen, you can sort of see it a little bit, which is why I'm just going to draw that in white. You see, I've just sort of let it take over, a bit of a wobble there. Okay. Oh, thank you, everybody. It's lovely that you watched and you liked what we were doing. That diary is just divine. And it's definitely going to be one that's out on my desk. And all my little notes and ideas are going to go in there. So, absolutely. Okay. So I'm just going to aura that line, keeping it quite narrow if I can. Let's see, same again there, look. Oh, Glenys, I know, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be so much fun. Love doing classes, and especially when they're they're live. And I will get some Zoom ones sorted, but I'll get round to it. I've just got to plan what I'm going to do, see, because of course getting materials out to people, it's just a bit of logistics. We'll get to it. Okay, so I've got this little bit of a wave there kind of thing. So I'm going to do something similar on the other side, but I'm not going to go as far down. So I'm going to start maybe, you see this one I've gone over, so this one, I'm going to sort of start a little bit further in. I'm going to go under there, Let me just draw that on the show. You see the difference? So I'm not trying to do... Repack it in. I'm not going to do the same sort of size. I don't want it symmetrical. I'm going to go over and then back around and under and then over, and see where I've got to here. Backing with that white, I'm just going to put a little curl on and let it sort of filter out. Okay. Oh, Chris, I know, they're always very chatty, aren't they? And I did have more demos to get out there, but never mind. Hopefully the girls are posting pictures of what they did. If not, I'll get some posted. Now here, you see here, because we've got this little curl here, what I'm going to do with this black pen is just take it to a point there and let it just sort of peter off a little bit. Okay. There we go. So let's have a look. I'm gonna come to this bottom end just for a second here. I'm gonna work with my white pen. Okay, so just gonna sort of, I'm not even gonna fasten this off. I'm gonna create a bit of a curl over the top there, you see? Okay. And then let's do another one. So it's quite a thin sort of shape. There we go. See, I've come over a little bit. That's fine. I can add a little bit of a curl on the end there. And then I'm just going to put a little line in, like so. Alright, so I'm going to do another one of those. So I'm not looking for the same shape, just a curve. And from the same point, bring it round, down into a little bit of a curl again. Okay. Oh, Sally, if you want to, I'll tell you what I'll do, Sally. I'll make a note and I will check your address. And just to be sure for you before we post anything out. Okay. I remember the number. So I'll do that on Monday. I'll make a note. Actually, I'm going to write, look, I'm going to write on my tiny tile, check Sally address. Okay, just so we can be sure it's going to the right place there for you. There you go. Okay, so I've got sort of 3. Am I going to bring another one? No, I think I'll leave it for a little bit, but I'm going to bring in a little bit of a sort of a similar shape, bit smaller this time. Let's go a bit bigger. And I'm going to do another there. You see, it's a little bit sort of fatter that way and shorter. Yes, Sally, I remember. I remember your number. Okay. So next to it, I'm going to do another. So I'm coming from the same point. There we go. Out we go. And then back in. Okay. And then I'm going to do another one. But see, it looks like it's going underneath. It's sort of inside, you see. And then I'm going to sneak in another one. There we go. And then I'm going to go again from the point, just aura inside, point to point, either side. And then same again, one here and there. And then I'm going to go through the middle. All right. Oh, it's lovely to see so many people. Thank you for joining me. I know it's a Saturday. It feels a bit weird. I thought it was Saturday yesterday, actually. Okay. Oh, hey, Leslie. Oh, no. Leslie did come in on Thursday just to sort Dobby out, but he's behaving. Oh, Sally, that's not good. I hope he feels better soon. No, it's not. It's the best, is it? I'm going to put one here. I'm going to go a little bit bigger. There we go. So that same sort of shape. There we are. And then again from the point, I'm going to come this way, sort of round here and back in, you see? Oh, hey, Susan. Oh, it's lovely to see so many people. It really is. Thank you. So I think it got to 1:30. I thought, my goodness, it's almost 2 o'clock. I don't know what time I slept until this morning. But never mind. It's all exciting now. It's packing all of those diaries and things and then of course it's getting ready and getting Dobby out with the feather duster, ready for next weekend. It's going to be fab. Can't wait. Of course, Dobby's in his new gear, so he's going to need an apron. So I'll have to get round to that. So there we go. All right, let's have a quick look at that, see where we're sort of headed. Oh, look at that, see? Well, there's sort of kind of little flower things going on and leaves and things. See where the plan is a little bit today? Okay, I'm going to come up a little bit. I'm going to put one sort of here, so let's create that little shape again. There we go. All right, so now this time, you can see I could actually come over with my white pen onto that tile, but of course you might, depending on how light or dark it is, you might have to put your black pen in there. But I think for this one I can leave it. There we go, see, getting those little shapes in. Let's put one. I might even do another one, look there. Okay. Oh, thank you, Lynn. I did draw this one at Create and Craft yesterday. Sometimes I don't want to do them too far in advance because I forget how to draw them. I know, thank you though, but yeah. I think they talk because they're so excited. They do genuinely like what we're doing and they get so excited about it. Especially, I know we send videos in or pictures and you don't always get to see them, but they do say we have lots and they do go through them, so appreciate that. They don't always get to show them, I know. Okay, let's have another one this side. So same again, like I'm gonna use the white here, and then this one I'm gonna have here, so it's gonna go underneath that little vine or branch. Sorry, I know. Sometimes you are sitting there and you just think, please now, shut up. But I suppose you've also got to remember that they've got somebody talking in their ear all the time. Yeah, it's tricky. I don't have that feedback. I don't have that person talking in my ear. I reckon that if they want to tell me something, there's plenty of crew there. And the presenter is there. He can sort of, or she can say, Sandra, stop that now and do something else. So, yeah, when I'm there demonstrating, I just want to demonstrate. Okay. So go up a little bit. So here now I'm back onto this lighter tile. So I'm just going to put my white pen away for a little bit. And I'm going to bring in another one of those flowers. But you see, this time I'm going to come in black straight over that frame there. And then let's have another one, see, here. Just fit that one in, see, just sneaked it in round there. And then let's have another one there and here. And one there. So they're all the same shape, they're all coming to this point here. And then let's have a turn around. I'm going to do this one first, so I'm putting these little lines in. You see I work both sides, just sort of keep working it in. I think it gives a nicer shape that way. And then they get a bit finer as they come to the middle, not as sort of curved. There we are. Same with this one, let's bring that in. There we go. Just adding that one in the middle at the end. There we are. It's nice, isn't it, doing it with a black and a white pen? It makes a difference. So, it's nice to have that contrast. There we go. So let's bring in another one. I'm going to use, so I'm looking at my line here, I'm going to use this sort of side and I'm going to come down this one. And then of course, same thing here, so it's going in and underneath, you see, just joining that one in there. And this one. There we are. And another one. So these don't have to be the same sort of shape or size. You could fit as many as you like in. But getting that sort of similar shape flower. There we go. and line down the middle, and same with this one, point to point. There we go. And the next one, in we go. So same with those, and just a little bit on the end there. Oh, Chris, we'd love to see it. If you want to post a picture of it, that would be fantastic. Dreamcatcher is a little bit big, isn't it? But really packs a punch, I think. Love it. Of course, I've got one. It was already made up, so I didn't get to do it. See, this one I'm going to go underneath the frame. See there? Do you know what? I will bring it to the class. It needs to be framed. It needs to go up in the gallery, but it will. I'll bring it in so people can have a look at it if they've not seen one yet. If you don't know what diamond dots is, it's all about little gems instead of. It's like cross stitch but with gems. There we go. All right, let's see what I'm doing here. Okay. Well, Mitch, sounds like you're having a good time there. Good tea time. That sounds lovely. John and I have been working in gluten-free for a little while now. He actually is supporting me. He's doing it with me, so depends what we sort of have. There we go. You see how that's sort of forming? Look, that white goes in there. It's lovely, isn't it? Really pleased with how that's sort of formed. And of course, there's no particular plan with where they go. It depends on where your sort of little original line went as to whether you want to, where you want to put these. So let's put one at the top here. It looks a little bit lost on its own. So I'm just going to come on in. One on the top. And then let's bring another one in there. And then there we go. Same sort of thing as before. And then of course I'm just going to draw those lines in. And then one in the middle. And the same here, look. Just sort of working it round. Taking my time. There we are. And same sort of there. Yeah, I'm not going to get many in there, so I'm not going to go from side to side with those. There we go. Let's have a look at where we're at. Oh, Chris, I did see that post yesterday of your tiles and about your stock. Absolutely. Do make me smile. It's funny. Oh, at least I know it's moving around, isn't it, from white pen to not white pen. But it's sometimes I think it's kind of nice. It's nice to have that contrast. I'm going to bring one in here. And of course in here. And then, I'm sort of imagining it. I think you'll get the hang of it, so you won't really need to imagine with your pen. And again, as before. Now, of course, I could have actually come in here and used a white pen on this tile, because although it's lighter than the one below, it's still dark enough to take a little bit of pen, isn't it? There we go. There we are. You see, just sort of working it round. I'm going to put one going this way as well. Now we're going to go over the border there. So remember that little tile that we drew? I'm sort of ignoring that for a bit. I can come and deal with that in a short while. And then oh yes, that's reminded me as well. Thank you, Denise. Yeah, tile swap 11. Goodness me, on Monday. So we're having quite a tangled session, aren't we? It's quite busy this week. I'm going to put another one in there. So yeah, if you're into having a go at tile swap, or even if you think, I know I'm not good enough, please don't think that. Come and have a go. Come and do a little bit of tang and swap a tile. It's great fun. Just know it. Give yourself a little bit of time, and I know there's no guarantee that somebody's going to get back to you. Although I do think we're getting better at that. So, if you're one that hasn't had a tile swap, you might want to have a look at the mosaic, because there was one where I only received an envelope, and I did say if somebody can recognise the writing, please let me know, and I'll still sort of swap out for them. But it's no good, is it, really, having a just I'm sorry, but this is what happened. But that's sort of how it is. It's not nice. Okay, so I'm going to put a few more of these little leaves in now, I think, and see where we're heading with that. So I'm going to bring one sort of up here and sort of around. I'm going to start in here, go underneath, and then there's that little sort of swirl on the top, and then a bit of a line in. Then I think I'm going to put one here. There we go. There's that little curl again, little line in. And then I'm going to bring one over here. See, they're quite slim, so they fit in a lot of places. There we go. And again, because this is going underneath, I'm going to have one going underneath. Just sort of keeps that little bit of dimension going there, doesn't it? Oh, Lynn, I know. Yeah, it's just about having a go at the swaps, isn't it? Yeah, Pat, I hope so. I mean, I do know who's had whose swap, so I could let people know. If you message me about that, I can let you know. But you don't know. It could be that, you know, somebody hasn't received it, or they don't really know how to post. There's a lot of reasons why. There you go. Okay, that's nice, isn't it? I think we need a little bit more white in here, but that's going to come because, of course, we've got all the tangles we're going to add in here. So I'm going to start, I think, at this top end. Let's have a look here. So you see, I've got this sort of line, and it's not really going anywhere. You think, okay, I could put another flower on, but I don't know if I want to. So I'm going to turn it into a little leaf. So if I just put a little curve on the top, just like that, and just going to then go from this point round to a point, and then round to a point. Okay. So you see, I've gone a little bit longer with that today. So rather than finish it there, I think it's just sometimes nice to change things up a little bit, isn't it? So let's put another one in. So again, coming off that frame. Bridget, did you? Do you know, it's nice actually to know that the presenters at Craft, or, you know, they have some knowledge. You know, it's surprising sometimes, but it's worth having a look. Yeah, there we go. You see, I've gone a little bit long with that line there. So let's bring a few more of these in. Little curve. And then along to a point. Same here, look. I'm actually going to go slightly over that border, that's fine. And let's have one underneath here. And there's that curve again. Off and to a point. Now I think this time I'm going to have it coming over that border. But you know, it's your choice. Whatever you want to do, however it sort of looks right. Okay, let's see that. Okay. So of course we need a few up and along here, I would say. There we are. Just working it up to a point. And same as before. Just accentuating that point a bit more. And let's have one here. And of course, you look at your tile and think about where you think you want to have more of these little leaves. go. Oh, Nadia, I didn't get all the message there because I can only see a bit, but it sounds positive, and that's really good news. I can't wait to see you again. It'll be lovely. Seems like ages, doesn't it, since our last class in September. I'm so glad I did it though. It had to be done. What a great time. There you are. And then, you see, I'm leaving a little bit of space in here. I'm not going to fill the whole thing. But of course here, we're starting to come into the darker tile now. So I'm going to stop there. And then again, in we come. And along there. See, making that point a bit further along. There you are. Might even put that curve in there. There we go. Alright, let's have a look then. A couple more. I'm not going to do too much on this side because I don't want it to meet the other side. I want it to be sort of odd. There we go. Let's have a look. Yeah, nice. And let's bring a few of those in down here. So put underneath those ones. Longer point there. One back in. So one here. There we go. And a few up here, I think. Okay, longer point. And I think I'm going to just not do any more there, but I do think maybe sort of this side. I'm just going to bring my black back in and working them round. And again, round and up. See, it's going underneath that. That's fine. Okay. So let's. I'm going to bring this frame back in now. So if you want to use the tile just to draw your straight edge, that's fine, but I like to do it so I can see where I'm going. I don't want to sort of cross any that shouldn't be there. You see that one's not going to see that because that leaf's above it. And then straight across. Okay, am I going to see? I'm not going to see much going on here. Maybe this one. I'm bringing this up all the way to there. Same with this one. Now, of course, you could do this design with any shape. So if you wanted to do it, say, as a heart shape and put a sentiment in the middle, you could do that. Or you could use a circle. Absolutely anything you wanted to. There we go. But we've gone with that kind of square shape. So I'm going to come in just sort of adding a little bit of, let's have a look. Just going to come in with, I think I'm going to use bubbles. Yeah, let's go with bubbles. But you could do any sort of design in this frame. Just sort of give it a little bit of substance. And of course, now you're working around the different design you've got going on. We don't want it to be overpowering. There we are. Same in there. See, you're not going to see much there. Not going to happen around there neither. So maybe just work on that. And then I'm going to go from this side. So I've got my bubble here. One there, not much else. Now, if you're not sure, sort of pick one. Get yourself a shape in the middle somewhere. And then work from side to side, because then you can fill it in and you don't have to try and create a bubble from just a smaller shape. You're not quite sure where it's going to, so you see there, I can sort of fit it in a bit better. And then I'm going to start in that corner so I can get a good size shape in there and then work it round. Got to get bubbles in somewhere. So you see here, I'm just going to bring it in underneath that one and then keep going. So finish that row. Turn it round again. Oh, pretty now. Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? I'm glad you like it. So we come up with some good ones sometimes, don't we? I know they're different. Not everybody likes every one, but each one has a little bit of a challenge in it in some way. And you know what? If you've got some you think, oh, I couldn't do that one, it wasn't right, then why not go back and have a look at it? You know, some time might have passed that you can, you know, maybe just sort of go back and see if it's such a challenge anymore, because we've come so far. It might be nice to see if you can do it. See, I'm just filling in any little gaps there. With that one there. Just to give me my shape. So I'm going to sort of pretend a little bit in there. And then just draw in this little bit here, look. See, that's definitely going under now, so we can see that. And of course, if you wanted to do more bubbles, you don't have to fill it in with ink. You could have done more bubbles. Oh, yeah. Just sort of in little bits there. Moving it round into the next one. And just sort of giving it a little bit of shape there. This would make a nice card, wouldn't it? It's not going to take too long to do. You know, it depends on how complicated I suppose you want to make it, but oh, Nadia, that's lovely to hear. And yeah, it's nice that everybody's supportive on here, isn't it? We've got such a lovely community, and thank you everybody for your pictures, as I say yesterday. But you know, I'm really proud to be part of what we've got here. I really am. And you know, it's not mine. It's all yours. You've done it. Okay, maybe touch there. Okay, that's nice, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, at least I think once you get going, it's not going to take you as long as you think. I think you know, it depends on how much you want to put into it. But you know, we only do an hour. Of course, you could do it on a tiny tile. It'll take you a little bit less. All right. Now, of course, it wouldn't take it wouldn't take much to add a few zingers in, would it? Okay, so let's have a look at these. Oh, Pat, me too. I'm amazed as well. I mean, sometimes I do think, right, what are we doing? There we go. Let's do another. There we go, a little dot there, and add some of those little lines. There we go. Love these. Little line here with a little bobble on. There we are. And let's have a look. Let's bring another one out here. There we go. Maybe another. We can have as many as we like today. It's Saturday. Do what we like. Okay. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. That's lovely. It's, you know, I do see we're a team, aren't we? And that's how it is. I'm just planting the seeds. You know, you're the ones that are growing them and watering them. You know, if it wasn't for all of you, I wouldn't be doing it. So, you know, it's a mutual appreciation society, isn't it? Okay. Of course, we're going to have to get some of these off in the white pen in a minute. I'm just going to do all the black first. Okay, so let's bring in another. You know, and you can just keep building this. It depends what you want to add. I think we'll add a little bit of foliage in a minute, but let's do these first. There we go. So, back in here, I'm just going to bring out a little line, dot as before, and then let's bring in that little zinger. Oh, it's lovely on the white, isn't it? It's lovely on the black. It's just the white suddenly, you know, it's magical. There we go. And okay, so maybe, you know, maybe one this side. There we go. All right, and maybe just a touch of foliage. We've done this one a lot. Little curve with little droplets on the end. There we go. Now you can colour them in or you can leave them and then just join them to the edge there. Just do another one there. So of course if you think there's enough on at the minute, you can stop right there. You don't have to do any more. Or you can add a few of these in just to sort of bulk out the design in terms of its little flourishes. That's beautiful, isn't it? I think that just on its own, that little bit is beautiful. So here we go. I'm going to bring out one here. Again, I'm going to just work in the white on both sides there, just to finish that. There we go. A couple of little lines. Oh, okay, a little bit here maybe. I'm not going to do too many of these, just filling it in. Maybe one just going underneath there. So handy, isn't it, this particular tangle? It just brings a lot to it. Okay, and just maybe, let's have a look. Maybe we can fit a little bit up here. Go. And of course, you've got to sort of, let's go over that one actually, just because I can. There you are. And then back in. And there we go. Maybe just along here. Again, see, because we coloured them in, we can go over the top of things there. It's kind of nice. And just a sort of final bit, of course, we have to have a few little bubbles in there. Let's have a few just around the bottoms of those. And bringing it in. This would be quite nice. A little bit of a silver pen, maybe. Just bringing a few in. And I'm not going to do them everywhere, but just nice to add a few now and again. Okay, now I do have, see that? I'm going to just take that line out of that little space there. And while I've got the black pen in my hand, you see these little flowers? There we go. I'm just going to enhance that line a little bit. So I'm just going to come back over that line and that one, just so you can see that you've got something at the front there. Same with this one. Okay. Alright, just gives it a little bit of dimension there, just before we start to shade. There we go. Oh, and that one. So, just a few bubbles down here, of course, in that white. And the nice thing about this is we've got a little bit of space that we can work in here, just bringing them down. Alright. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Look at that. There we go. So, alright, let's get our pencil out and let's get a little bit of shadow on it. Okay, so let's start with where we began with the leaves. Now, of course, I'm going to come down here and do this in white. So I'll focus on this top section and I'm going to add pencil to both sides of those leaves. Both sides. Okay, so a few more here. Look, you can just about, so I know the bottom's there, and then on the top. And then there you go, one here, look. and there. And same, oh, same on this one. There we are. Okay, next bit then, let's do the flowers. So again, just sort of on the tops here, bit of pencil, and then just same on the bottom. A little bit like the leaves. Of course, if you want to come in and add a touch of colour to these with a bit of pastel, you can do that. That'd be quite nice actually. I might go over with a little bit of coloured pencil in a while or something, just to you know, bring out a little bit of colour in there. But I think for now I'm just going to stick with the pencil and get that shadow in first. There you are. See little bits, and work my way around. I'm going to try and fit them all in so I don't need reminding today of that I've missed any. Oh, we'll see you later, Chris. Does that mean that you're not going to get to finish it and somebody else has got a chance of posting it first? Oh, who's it going to be? That's a little challenge that somebody's got to come up with and go for it. Absolutely. I'm just going to put a little bit of pencil eye, see? It doesn't matter. Oh, Mr. Leaf, look. On which side this goes. Whichever side. You can switch them round. It's fine. You just want a little bit of graphite on there. Same with that one. And of course, little bits there and there. And around we go. And of course, just on our little sort of stem here, I'm just going to add a little bit. See where it comes underneath there? I'm going to ignore the over, just underneath. Maybe I'm just going to put a little bit on the little stalks there too. Okay. And same this side, so see where it goes underneath, just a bit either side. And then a little bit on those stalks. And same sort of this side. Okay. Now the bubbles, we've got a couple of things we can do the bubbles. I'm just going to rub out that line where the border is. We can come around and we can add our little shade in, you know, our little smirk. Or we could shade the whole thing as one. I think that's what I'm perhaps going to do. I'm just going to put some pencil on either side of that line. See? So I'm going to, in effect, ignore the fact that there are bubbles there. I'm just going to put the pencil in. Same on this side. Okay. And then, of course, turn it around. Same on this side. There we are. So, tortillon. Here we go. So I might as well start with that. And I'm just going to sort of come up and down. Just softening either side there. Trying to leave a bit of a line in the middle if I can. Same sort of here and there and around again. There we go. Oh, sorry, missed it. I'm miles away doing my own bits and pieces and forgetting that you need to see that. There we go. Okay, so then let's have a look at, let's do the flowers. So again, I'm just going to sort of soften out one side and then the top there. So top and bottom, but leaving a gap, you see, of highlights there. And same with this one. Just gently touching up each side. Same here. There we are. And to this one. So see, once you've got that graphite on, it doesn't take much just to soften out those edges. And the difference it makes is crazy, isn't it? Okay. Of course, we've got a white still to do, but I just want to do all the graphite first. Okay, same with the leaves. Look, I'm just going to work from one side look, towards the middle, then the other towards the middle, leaving that lovely little highlight in there. And then I think as I go, any of these little sort of stalks, I'm just going to the little leaves. I'm just going to gently soften. See, leaving a little bit of the original there. Oh, Chris, that you could stay away for long. Oh, it was that idea of somebody taking your place as the first to post. There we are. You see, just sort of working my way around. I might come and put a bit on the zingers in a bit, but we don't have to every time. There we are. See, just working my way around. You don't have to rush this. I know it sort of always seems like I do a little bit, but I'm not rushing it. I mean, you take your time. There is absolutely no rush at all. And of course, if you miss a bit, you can always come back and watch it. You can mute me and just focus on what you're doing. There we go. Have a look at that so far. Okay, here we go. There we go. Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? I'm really pleased with this. So, a couple more of those little stalks. Look, to just soften out a bit. And, let's bring in the white pencil for now. So I'm going to do the same as before. I'm just going to touch in a little bit of white places. Again, top and bottom of these. So it's exactly the same as we did on the top tile. Same on the flowers, top and bottom, and this one here. And then of course with the leaves we did this sort of thing on these ones, and then top and bottom of these. There we are. See, it doesn't take much. And then I'm also going to bring in some white down the middle of this frame. Oh, Nancy, no tea today. While I'm at home, and Leslie's obviously watching from her home, and John's at the office, and he's just realigning the laser machine. So decided yesterday it wanted a little bit of a crazy moment, so he's gone in to sort it. See, I'm just going to add a little bit of white, you see, just to those front two flower petals. Just in that highlight little bit that we've got going on there. Not too much, just a little bit. Oh, Nadia, thank you. I must admit, I do have a bit of a thing for Pandora. And so I'm just going to go in with the leaves as well. Maybe even, you know, just a touch on these little sort of pieces that we started with, just to bring that to light. There we go. Just a bit in those. Okay. There you go, a bit in one there, look. Alright, let's just shade that out. So I did have a lighter tortillon, but not anymore. That's okay. Just going to soften that off just a little bit at the top here. Very, very lightly, because I don't want to lose it all together. But I do want to just sort of ease it back a bit. So you see I'm hardly touching, like, holding it quite a way back. And just very, very gently stroking it. I'm not going to touch that line in that border there. It's just purely on these little highlights. It's just sort of taking them back a little bit. You see? Just tiny little strokes almost. Oh, missed one there, look. Let's bring that pencil back in a little bit there. Very gently, look, just touching. And then same in on these, just like I did with the pencil. And then same with the flowers. Again, a little bit of pastel on these flowers would look divine, wouldn't it? Maybe bring in, I don't know, maybe a purple or an orange or something. Would look lovely. But you know, I'm just celebrating the black and white today, just going with that. So just softening off those bits. There we go. see, just sort of in with it. I have no idea. Do you know, I'm so pleased that you enjoy this. I really am. And I must admit, I am a little bit obsessed. Just a little bit. See, my zingers, I'm just going to come in and add a little bit of white. You can do the bit of graphite as well if you want, but I'm just going to touch them. A bit of white on one side, just to give them a little bit of life there. There we go. Maybe just very gently, just sort of tap it a little bit. It's hardly a blend, it's just almost pushing it into the paper. There we go. Even less needed there, see? Okay. Oh, missed one. Missed one. Notice. There we go. Alright, I'm just going to bring my pencil back in. And I'm just going to sort of come on in and just add a little bit of pencil inside that frame there, just where you can see it. So, of course, going over things if need be. Just have a look at where everything is. See a bit there. And of course, here you can see that I'm just going to go back in with my pen just to sort of bring that line back. I've just gone over it with a bit of white. Oh, thank you, everybody. I do, yeah. I do particularly love the one that John brought me, I must admit. Yeah, it's really pretty, but I do like my rings. And some of them, are, certainly in Pandora, are quite tangly. So they're nice to sort of look at. And of course, they're not too expensive either, so I'm good with that too. Okay, last thing then. I'm just going to come in again with my pen. Here we go. And I'm just going to reinforce that line, you know, inside the border there. And I think I'll do the outside as well. Okay, now again, if you want to come in and do this with a straight edge, then fine. But I kind of like the hand-drawn feel, just to reinforce and redefine those edges. There we go. Just there. And just this bit here. Just to remind us that there is actually a frame there. So again, whether you want to try this with a different shape. There we go. See the difference that's made? All right. There we go. So of course, wherever you want to put your put your signature, whether you want it at the top, whether you want it inside, I'm gonna add it to this bottom left hand sort of corner here. Really enjoyed this one. I think it's really pretty, and there's quite a lot more things you can do with it. It's oh no, Lynn, it has turned into something really beautiful, hasn't it? And when you think just from a tiny tile and a couple of plain ones, it's really pretty, that one. So have fun with it, you know, change your colours up, add a little bit of colour, and try different tiles, maybe go even bigger. This would look lovely, wouldn't it, just continuing down a card, so that would be quite nice. So have a bit of fun with it, have a play, and of course post and let me know how you get on with them. And of course, thank you, Richard. I will see you on Monday if you're up for the tile swap. When I say if, no, you all must be up for it. Come on. We've been regularly having about 100 to 120 tiles, which is absolutely fabulous. But what I would really love is if we could actually push it up a little bit and maybe go to 150 for the next one. So if you're out there and you're watching, you think, no, I couldn't, please give it a go. Have a watch at the video on Monday. Just see what kind of things we do and just send one in. Honestly, it doesn't matter whether you've never done it, whether you don't think you're good enough, you are. It's not about that. It's about giving your time up to you know, just do something for somebody else. So please join in. So absolutely, have fun with this one, and I'll see you on Monday, everybody. So enjoy the rest of your week, or your weekend rather, and I'll see you soon. You take care, everybody. Bye.